Okay, so this is a pretty fucked up film right here. It's called Die Hard, and you'll be able to work out why pretty fucking soon. It follows this guy who was like some kind of really seedy porn star or something, and he's like on his way to an orgy in this really fancy hotel, and he's like really smug about everything all of the time. And right at the start of the movie, he steals this big fluffy teddy bear for no reason at all, and is, of course, really smug about it. Gives the guy a real fuck you look when he's doing it. So he jacks this bear, even though it's got nothing to do with the rest of the movie. And he gets picked up by this pimp who is driving this really flashy car and playing possibly the best Christmas song in history. And he takes the creepy porn star to the orgy in the fancy hotel. And like, the pimp drops him off and the porn star goes in. And right, at this point, we should never see the pimp character again, right? I mean, he's just the dude who drove the main character to the hotel, right? But for some reason, this movie thinks it's necessary to keep cutting back to this dude throughout the movie, and I ain't got no fucking idea why. But it keeps showing that the porn star has paid for the ride with the big fluffy bear, and now I think this dude is trying to pimp the fucking thing out or something. Anyway, the seedy porn star guy goes into the hotel, and the check-in guy must have seen a few of his movies, because he gives him one of those looks and sends him off to the top floor where the orgy is going on. And like, the porn star goes up, and it turns out the orgy hasn't got going yet. And they're all really pleased that he's turned up and everything, because he's a fucking porn star. And so they're like, hey, why don't you bang this redhead first? And he's like, yeah, okay, I'm down with that. But she doesn't seem into it at all, you know? Like, she's just standing there looking pissed off, cutting him the eyes. But that don't seem to stop this creepy fucking porno guy. He just goes right ahead and starts stripping down anyway. So, like, obviously, this fucking wanker's got plans to go ahead and do her anyway. And, like, at this point in the film, it's threatening to turn into a really fucking nasty movie, you know? Anyway, thankfully, before this motherfucker can overstep the line, some shit goes down that's gonna fuck up his night. Because then, it cuts away to this truck, and you're like, okay, what the fuck's this? And it turns out that this guy is the hotel owner or something, and he must have been out of town or whatever, and he's obviously heard that there's some orgy going on at his hotel, and fucking hell does he look pissed about it. And I don't mean pissed like he wasn't invited or anything. I mean, this guy clearly takes a lot of pride in his hotel, and he is super fucking pissed that a bunch of perverts are using it to make a porno. And so this guy goes off the fucking deep end in a way you wouldn't fucking believe. I don't mean he's planning to turn up and read them all the riot act or something, because this hotel guy turns up with a bunch of motherfuckers toting guns and shit, so he is taking this shit real serious. And presumably all of these motherfuckers must be the new staff for the hotel he's bringing in to raise standards or something. Anyway, the hotel guy shuts all the doors and stuff and locks them in because he don't want no one to see what the fuck's about to go down. And by now, the orgy is just starting to get going. And like, with the perfect fucking timing, the hotel guy goes on up with his clan of goons and busts up their motherfucking party. They put a stop to the orgy just as it's starting to get going, and the creepy porn star guy is like, oh fuck, this hotel guy's gonna cock-block my action, because, being a creepy porno guy, he can only think with his dick. And the only thing on his mind is banging that redhead that clearly wasn't into him, because consent don't mean jack shit to this fucking asshole. Anyway, he sees they've all got guns and shit, so he bounces the fuck out of there, and he gets himself a gun to fight back or defend himself or something. But whatever the fuck he's doing, this motherfucker just can't stop thinking with his dick. So he figures, despite the fact that the hotel owner has just turned back up with a bunch of guys with guns, he's gonna go back and try to get the redhead again, because he's a fucking atrocious sex pest, obviously. So he skulks and lurks about the place like a fucking creep, sneakily watching people like a peeping Tom. And while this is going on, the hotel guy's got all the people from the orgy rounded up and gives them a fucking lecture like a disappointed school teacher. You know, talking to them like they're fucking children or something. and he finds out who the ringleader of the orgy is and takes him away. And I think it would be fair to say that up to this point, we as the audience are on the hotel guy's side, right? I mean, he's got every reason to be pissed about them holding an illegal orgy in his fucking hotel, right? But this is where shit starts to go a little bit sideways, because you see, the hotel guy sits the leader of the orgy down to get him to apologise and stuff, and then he blows his fucking head off. Which I think we can all agree is taking things a little bit too far now, isn't it? I mean, scaring people with guns to break up an orgy is one thing, but blowing a motherfucker's head off is not really a justified reaction, is it? So now, somehow, we end up on the side of the creepy porno guy who doesn't give a fuck about consent. Like, what the fuck? And the creepy porn star is a little bit fucking freaked out by this, which is fair enough. I mean, you would be, wouldn't you? He's gone along to get a blowjob and to get some head, not to get his fucking head blown off, you know what I mean? Anyway, shit here is sliding south fast. So now is the perfect time to cut back to our fluffy bear pimp friend, because what the fuck has that got to do with the movie anyway? I tell you, the coke they get in Hollywood must be fucking banging, because they're willing to throw any old shit up on screen. Anyway, the old creepy porno guy just can't let shit lie. He's been a dirty fucker and he's got caught with his dick in the drawer, but he just can't back the fuck up. I mean, these guys have got machine guns and shit, but the porn star is so eager to bust his fucking nut in the redhead that instead of bailing on the whole situation, he gets into a fight with one of the new members of staff and breaks his fucking neck. Which again, is taking shit way too far. And the porn star fucking knows it. He's like, oh, what the fuck have I done now? So, what the fuck do you think he goes and does now? Bounced out of an orgy by the hotel owner, fucking kills one of the new hotel staff. So then what does he do? And I'll tell you, you're a sick motherfucker if you guess this one, because instead of turning himself in or trying to apologise to the hotel guy, this nutty fucking porn star only goes and sends him the dead body with a fucking message on it, like he's a fucking postcard or something. Like, come and get me, motherfucker, I'm still here in your hotel somewhere. And that really pisses the hotel guy off. Which, you know, it would do. You've been taunted by a porn star who's probably still wanking off somewhere in one of your hotel rooms. You know, that would piss you off. Anyway, the porn star runs off giggling like he thinks he's done something really clever instead of something incredibly fucking stupid. And he just can't keep his mind out of the gutter, like he's got a permanent hard-on or something. And he's so eager to fuck this redhead that the dumb motherfucker only goes and calls the fucking cops, like, come and help me get my dick sucked. Anyway, this hotel is in LA, so as it turns out, the fucking police do turn up to help him. The bunch of depraved bastards. Fucking California. And the old pervy porn star guy is so pleased about this that he throws a fucking body out the window at them and shoots the shit out of his car. I mean, what the fuck is going through this guy's mind, for fuck's sake? Has he got utter shit for brains or something? He was lucky that the cops were willing to help him get a blowjob, but like, confessing to outright fucking murder by throwing dead bodies at them might just backfire on you, mate. It might just turn them against you now, hadn't it? Anyway, as it happens, that's exactly what does happen. The cops go absolutely apeshit, and in the middle of all this crazy shooting and shit, why not remind us that someone's still trying to pimp out a teddy bear? Anyway, the cops are like, hey, fuck you, we were going to help you get a blowjob, now you can go fuck yourself. And the porn star guy is like, go fuck yourselves, because he's got no fucking concept of self-preservation whatsoever. And like, not content with fucking the cops or something chronic, this motherfucker then goes and decides that now he's totally backed himself up into a corner, now is the perfect time to start teasing and goading the hotel owner and shit. Like, the fucking balls on this guy. Anyway, then the TV news turn up, which seems like nothing, but this is really gonna switch shit up. I mean, this is really gonna make things go fucking crazy. So, at this point, why not show us the pimp trying to liquor up a fucking stuffed teddy bear? So, it turns out that the way over the top reaction the hotel guy had to finding an orgy going on in his hotel ain't fucking nothing compared to his reaction when this shit goes live on the fucking TV news and shit. And it seems he's been trying to keep it all undercover. I guess that's why he locked the doors and shit when he arrived. But when it gets out on the TV news that there's been an orgy in there, the hotel guy knows that he's fucked the entire reputation of his posh swanky hotel, and he just goes fucking ballistic. He starts blowing up cars in the street and shooting at the cops and shit, like he ain't got no intentions of trying to save or salvage shit no more. He's planning to blow the whole fucking hotel up now that his reputation's been fucked up. And the police try to warn the porn star to get the hell out of there, but the porn star obviously doesn't like the cops and talks shit to them over the radio, and he's got a bunch of ill thought through political ideas about policing he feels he's got to shout down the radio at them.
Now you listen to me, jerk-off. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Quit being part of the fucking problem and put the other guy back on.
And of course the pimp guy is totally down with this kind of rhetoric. Anyway, then, in what's got to be the weirdest fucking scene in the movie, the porn star and the hotel guy actually run into each other, and for some reason, both of them pretend to be someone else, even though they both obviously know who each other are. I mean, I guess they're getting some kind of weird fucking kick out of doing this, but before too long, the hotel guy says, fuck it, I was only joking, I'm still gonna kill you anyway, and the porn star guy's like, oh shit, and runs the fuck off. And I gotta ask, what the fuck was that all about? What the fuck did the porn star expect was gonna happen in that situation? He goes and finds the hotel guy to taunt him in person, even though he knows the hotel guys are packing a fuckload of machine guns and shit. I mean, what a fucking dumbass. And the porno guy gets totally fucked up, which the cop thinks is really funny, and fair enough, you know. He shot the shit out of his car and threw a fucking body at him. They ain't fucking friends, you know. Anyway, this shit's all over the fucking news now, so the hotel guy says fuck it, and tells his men to loot the safe in the hotel, and, just to be a bastard, he goes and grabs the redhead the porn star was trying to bang, just to be a prick. And then he carries on, just blowing the fuck up out of the hotel. But the creepy fucking porn star ain't gonna take that. He ain't planning on getting cockblocked by this hotel guy after all the shit he's gone through. So he just beats his way through a fuckload of henchmen and then jacks the fucking hotel guy while he's still trying to make his getaway. And he puts a bullet through this motherfucker's head and, just for good measure, he throws him out a fucking window too. Like, I guess because he thinks that's what you should do with dead bodies or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's the end of the movie. And for some reason, the cop and the porn star actually now are friends. The porn star is not in any kind of trouble at all for murdering a fuckload of people and throwing them out of windows. And the redhead, that couldn't even stand to look at him, now wants to suck his dick. And just to top it all off, here's our pimp friend with the drunk teddy bear to pick them both up. So fuck knows what kind of night they're all planning, but I'm glad the fucking movie ends here and we don't have to fucking see it, stupid fucking movie.